All right, how are we doing? Is everything working? Is this on? Is this on? Sorry, it might sound different. The room is obviously different, but the mic settings are also all weird. Y'all, first of all, before I start rambling, please let me know if like visuals, sound, etc. are okay. Let me know if everything's sounding good. The mic, since I'm rerouting it through like a different. I'm not rerouting it through my usual audio program. I had to mess with the mic settings a lot, so yeah. If anything sounds a bit weird, if my mic cuts off, please let me know. I'll try to fix it on the go. Today it's going to be a Jag stream. If y'all remember this background, well, it's a little bit like off center. But if you remember this background right here, you might know that I'm back in Asturias for a little while. I mentioned it the last few streams, but yeah, this week I'm out visiting my family who lives here. So yeah, back at the old setup. Well, I haven't managed to really capture it well. I guess because this is a different screen. The screen I used to have, I brought it over there, so it makes the camera point even like a little bit. Slightly askew. Sound lovely? Not the same quality, but it's good ammo. Okay, sounds good. As long as it's working, I'm good. Hey Evan, how are you doing? It's good to see you. Paying so much attention to the Photoshop video, you got jump scared. I wanted to get the mask. Yeah, I'll see if I can bring it this time. I got a lot of stuff to bring back, including an old-timey typewriter, because it's my grandpa's and I want to have it. I want to have it with me. So I'm bringing it over there. Where's the Slenderman stick? Oh my god, I should bring out the Slenderman stick. You're right, Pyro. Old streams can be chat streams if you distract me enough. True. It is a blast from the past. If you remember this background, it means you've been watching this stream for more than 9 months. Because, okay, let me calculate. How long ago was last May? Because that's when we moved. I think it was like, hold on, was it end of April? Yeah, I think it was like end of April, beginning of May. It was definitely during May I was there. Last May ago, yes. Do you guys want me to bring the Slenderman, the wooden Slenderman statue I did? I should have it right over there. I think I remember where I put it, in a little box. So, yeah, 10 months. 10 months already? Yeah, it makes sense. That was, yeah. 10 months already. So if you remember this background, you've been watching for more than 10 months. Congratulations. Okay, let me show you, and I'll show you the context for it in a second. I'll pull out the post. Be right back. All right. Let's see. Oh, gotta be careful. There's a lot of cables in the ground. I just jury-rigged this computer, so I'll explain in a second. There is no bean. There is no bean, unfortunately. The bean is staying at my partner's, because I got 2 big dogs here that don't really like cats. So, okay. Let me see. Context first, I guess. Well, that's spoilers to what we're going to be doing today. And let me show you the context. I gotta go to my own Twitter post, because I don't have all my files from my old computer, from my regular computer, I guess. Here it is. Whenever it loads. There it is. Twitter, don't be janky, please. Okay, if you might have seen this post, I posted it a few days ago. A week or so ago. So this is actually something I made last year. Like maybe even more than a year ago. It was originally meant for a zine that never came out. That was kind of, you know, kind of stayed in limbo for a long time. Then it never came out. So I figured I'm just going to post it on its own. It was meant to be like a one page from the zine. And the idea was, okay, I only got one page. I got no space for text. So what I'm going to do is try to tell a story just through images and do this experimental comic style, but like a kind of a found footage comic where we just lay pictures on a surface in a way that tells a story. So that was the idea, and I also wanted to pay homage to the classic Slenderman. So I actually went out and took these pictures you see here. I went out with my sister, who's here, and that's me. Went out with my sister to the woods at night. She's a trooper, she wanted to help me, so we took all those pictures that are in the background, and then on my way back I picked up a nice looking stick and I carved it, and this is what I did with it. See, you can see the comparison right there. It's actually 3 pieces. There's 2 for the arms and 1 for the body. And yeah, it's all carved in. There's no legs, it just ends there. So there it is. I also didn't like fix them to the body, so they're just like temporarily fixed with one of those gum thingies, so that I could pose it in different ways. I could move the arms if needed, or I could just take a picture with only the body to do, for example, that last shot in which I took a picture of the body and then pictures of the arms, and I kind of just like warped them into his tentacles. But yeah, that's the idea. It's cute, isn't it? First stream of mine, man, you're catching. Well, welcome to the jank. This is not my usual setup. I'm in another place, in another computer, so expect a bit of jank, more than usual. Expecting a stronger Spanish accent for some reason. I have a kind of a weird accent. I call it generic European. Thank you, Dave. Make him a little hat. I don't know what I'll do with it. I might bring it back and put it in my stream background, kind of as decor. I don't know. Does anyone want it? I'll sell it to the highest bidder. I don't know. I have no plans for the little statue. Actually, until I posted this the other day, I kind of forgot that I had it. I was like, oh shit, yeah, I still have that statue. A box of weird items. Ooh, the mystery box. I like that. Mystery box of bones and seeds. I like it. Glass Factory, welcome. Thank you for the raid. How was your stream, Glass? Competitive... Hold on, let me... Competitive stream watcher. Thank you so much for the follow. How's mine going? We're just starting out. We are seeing if this computer works. So that's going to be a surprise, possibly. So the thing is that this is not my computer. Obviously, I don't travel with a full PC wherever I go. Over here at my parents', I got my old computer, which, you know, is quite a few years old now. We tried it last time I was here. I tried to do a stream on it, and it was like really like the age definitely showed. It was not able to handle a lot of Photoshop. It was not great for streaming. But it turns out that for this time I got another old computer, but that's not super old. It's about the same age as the computer I'm using. Actually, it just has like the parts are not as Like it has 16 gigabytes of RAM instead of 32. Has a worse processor, but it's generally pretty good. So what I did is, and this is my brother's computer, but my brother's like leaving for work and he doesn't have anywhere to leave it. So I'm kind of like using it as long as I'm here and as long as he doesn't need it. So I basically set up like his computer with all my peripherals that I've been trying to set up before the stream and over these past few days. Set up OBS, the same configure, like same settings as I had. Trying to set up Photoshop pretty close to what I had over there, just so I could have another place to stream from. Oh, and I got 2 screens, which is a really big plus because, you know, I have my old computer screen and my brother's. So the struggle indeed. It's powered by a water wheel inside the PC. That would be cool. They should make those. So yeah, I'm glad that at least sound and stuff is working, even if it's a little bit jankier. As long as it works, I'm good with that. So yeah, for now, crossing my fingers that this can handle Photoshop decently well. Probably gonna be a little bit harder if we get to really big documents. It's probably not gonna handle as much as my usual computer because it has less CPU and less RAM, which is usually what gets like the most important like elements that Photoshop needs. It does have a better graphics card than mine. I essentially help my brother build this computer, and something pretty similar to mine, but yeah, less RAM and less CPU for more graphics card because he runs flight simulators on here. So actually I had to move everything because he has all his flight simulator stuff. My brother's a pilot. You might actually hold on. If we go here and here, this is his background. Because yeah, he uses it for flight simulators mostly. So yeah, actually this stream is not going to be super long. Like I don't know how much we'll have time for. I have no rush, but so in 2.5 hours or so, I'm gonna have to actually take my brother to the airport because he's leaving to his job at Ryanair. So I do have my tablet and pen. Yes, it's one of the things. Like I would have started the stream earlier if it wasn't for these because they were janky. I had to install the driver several times until it worked more or less, and it still might not be perfect, but as long as it more or less works, I'll probably be able to do it. So yeah, that's the situation we're in. And if you're wondering about Bean is doing good. Bean is at my partner's, as I mentioned before. Her family has an old dog and an old cat. The dog is a Labrador. He's really like cuddly and nice, and he keeps trying to go play with Bean, but Bean probably sees like he probably doesn't like feel super comfortable with dogs because, you know, lived in the street, probably had some encounters with dogs, so he's a little bit afraid of him, but slowly getting used to him. And then there's the old cat. The old cat is kind of scary. Is really aggressive and only has one eye, so it looks like a pirate. And the other cat, I was expecting him to try to fight Bean, but no, actually he's kind of afraid of Bean, which is funny. Like it really inverted the matters here. Like my partner's parents' old cat is, I think, like 13, 14 years old, something like that. Has never lived with another cat. so has only like interacted with humans, while Bean is like much younger and has lived all his life with cats, like surrounded by them. So Bean, when they met, was like, oh, nice, a cat. And he tried to go say hello and was like really, really nice to the other cat. While the other was super like confused and afraid and tried to like, he didn't like try to attack him or anything. But every time Bean gets close to him, he'll go like, tss, and escape. So yeah, Bean, for once in his life, was the one feared and not the one in fear. So that was a change of pace. Kid is freaked out. Maybe he'll come around. Yeah, it's... and they kind of gave each other a space. It seems to be how they've settled on. Which, as long as they're both comfortable, like, it's all good. Bean is a shapeshifting anomaly. Exactly. It's like, that's not a cat. Something masquerading as a cat. Alright, so... oh yeah, also, you'll have to excuse my shitty lighting, because obviously I didn't bring all my lighting setup here. It takes up a lot of space. So I currently just have a desk lamp pointing at me right here, and it's very yellow. So it makes everything look really yellow, and I tried to color correct it, but it's not great. So yeah, the jank. Also the camera I'm looking at you through is my old webcam. It's pretty similar to what I have over there. Like fairly similar in stats. Just a bit older. And I'm gonna bring it back with me, and I'll set it up as Bean Cam. So, yeah, we're gonna see more of that webcam. I'm gonna see more of that webcam. You'll see through it. Cats are funny. They can go from overt hostility to napping together overnight. I hope this happens. They still have a few days together, so we'll be back on Sunday. So hopefully by Sunday they've gotten used to each other a bit better, and we can like bring Bean back and forth, so we don't have to leave him alone for long periods of time. Bean Cam. Thank you, Glass. I mean, usually I have like several LED lights where I can control the colors and stuff, and I got some background. Also programmable lights, but not in this case. I just have the one desk lamp. Got something to say? Then say it. But we babysat this chihuahua once. My cat was best friend with her, even though she doesn't really like our dogs. Maybe the cat registered the chihuahua as a cat because of the size. Hey Shirim, check general. I don't have a Discord here on this computer, so you'll have to just tell me what it is. Also, talking about Discord and other housekeeping news, I'll put a link to the Discord in the chat. If you haven't joined yet, go to that link. There is a new channel on there. We used to hang out in the live stream portal channel, but I figured that it was a general live streaming channel, and it was kind of like taken over by me and chat. So I figured let's kind of bring the party elsewhere and let other people who do have streams going on like announce their streams and not like bury their messages. So there's now a new channel called Val's Operation Room, and that's where we'll, from now on, that's where we'll like put any like stream memes, if you got any fan art, anything related to me. It's gonna go in that channel. A Google slideshow that anyone can edit. Oh yeah, I saw that. I was setting up the stream, so I didn't have time to really check it out though. I'll check it out after the stream. One of my birds continually tries to play with our dog. He always succeeds in confusing the poor guy. I love that. Alright, so today's topic is going to be another Curse Files challenge. So for those that don't know, that's again related to the Discord. Cursed Files is a challenge we run on the Discord, and it is every 2 weeks we have a new prompt. It's usually a one-word prompt like this one, and you can do anything you want with that prompt. You can do writing, you can do art. It is more than anything an excuse for if you're in lack of, like, if you're lacking ideas, if you want like new stuff to make and you just want an inspiration and want to participate in something that other people are doing, it's a good opportunity for that. So do check out, if you want to participate in this kind of challenge, check out the Discord. The link is right above in the chat, and go to the Cursed Files channel. You can check the pin there to see the current prompt, which is Labyrinth, and what people have been doing. So yeah, I'm kind of always like running behind these prompts that I make, because I always got time for making prompts, but I never have time to fulfill them. But yeah, I'm not stressing about it. I'll just try to get to as many as I can whenever I have time. So the last one we did was for the prompt Censored, and that's what ended up being a day where nothing happened post that I did, where, you know, there's always something like a black box hiding something in the screen. People really seem to like that one, which I'm really, really glad. And for this one, it's gonna be Glitch. And I kinda, this was one of those prompts where I first had an idea for something I wanted to make, and I made the prompt based on it, because I wanted to make it anyway. So the idea is to make a series of images. Disco, thank you so much for the resub. Hello. So I just realized I forgot to say hi to everyone at the start of the stream. Sorry about that. But late hi to everybody. 20 minutes later. You never finish your glitch prompts? It's okay. You can take that at your own pace. You can do that in any order you want. If you just want to catch up with old prompts before getting to the new ones, that's okay. If you just want to skip around and do the ones you're interested in, that's okay too. And if you want to do them late, that's completely fine. Pyro says, am I able to promote movie nights? Yeah, absolutely. We have a movie night on. I'm not going to be able to be there. Depends, because I got dinner, so it depends on how late I come back from dinner. But Pyro is setting up a movie night on the Discord. So if you're interested in that, go to the welcome channel and grab the movie night creature role, which will ping you whenever the movie night starts. So it's the night up of April 1st. It's gonna be a bad movie night. As in, we're gonna watch bad movies, not as in the night is gonna be bad. The night is probably gonna be really fun. Hey Cryptid. And yeah, thanks Pyro for helping set it up. Alright, so for this little idea, and April 1st, yes. I still have to figure out what I'll do for April Fools. I have a couple ideas, but we'll see. I'm not gonna do anything major because I'm gonna be here and I'm gonna be out for most of the day, so I don't want to do anything. Like, I just want to do something silly and fun. But yeah, for tonight though, I'm not gonna do April Fools. We're gonna do this Cursed Files glitch prompt. So this idea was one of those things that come to my mind as I'm like half sleeping. I was doing a bus trip a couple weeks ago. I was going to visit a friend, so I was it was a long bus trip, like 2.5 hours, and I was like half asleep during it. I hadn't slept much that night, so you know, you're kind of like in that middle state between a daydream and falling asleep, and I saw the speed limit signs, and I imagined as if you could take the text. Hold on, just gonna sketch it because Oh, tablet, don't be wonky. I just set it up, so the pressure might not be perfect, but hey. So let's see, you have like the speed limits, 120 kilometers per hour. And I imagine, like, what if you could take like a computer and just like edit it or start adding numbers and it went outside of the bounds of the sign, something like that. And I thought, oh, that would be fun to do, like a little sequence of pictures, just like I did for the warning signs and for the censored ones. Series of simple pictures where each of them kind of showcases a real life glitch, like the world outside is glitching. So that was one of them. Another one, then I kept thinking like other cool things I could do. I thought about like something no clipping, like something going through a wall. And I also thought like, oh, what if the skybox kind of breaks? So again, using a texture like this broken screen thing, there's like a huge tear in the sky. I don't know. It was kind of an impromptu idea I had, and said like, let's make it the next Curse Files thing. A person glitch on the floor. Yeah, I thought about something like that. That's what I was thinking for no clip. Like having something, I don't know, for no clip, I was thinking like we're looking up at a ceiling above us. Like, let's say this is a room, right? Yeah, the pressure is definitely not super good, but we'll make do. And just above here, we can see like 2 legs walking. Okay, clipping through the floor. I know my sketch is bad, but hopefully it shows the idea. I'll keep the sketch because it's always funny to compare it to the final thing. Hey, agent. Oh yeah, and another thing I forgot about, we set this up like on the last stream right before I left. Is it? Oh, hold on. Oh yeah, there it is. I thought it had glitched out, which would be appropriate for today's topic, but we have a new subscription goal. If we get to 25 new subs or sub points, so like tier 2 and 3 subs count more towards this goal. If we get to, whenever we get to 25 new ones, we'll be making a Bean fan club t-shirt. So we'll take photos of Bean and make a really, really shitty t-shirt with like Comic Sans fonts or something like that. Okay, so what do you mean adding the missing texture, Pyro? I think we can start with this idea, because it should be fairly easy to do. I don't think we'll have trouble finding like speed limit signs. It doesn't have to be a speed limit sign. I just thought about like a sign in the streets and the numbers or the letters overflow. Where's Jesus? We need him right now. Don't depend on Jesus. It's not an unlimited pool. Okay, so let's see. Let's hop into the browser tab. Whoa, that was the wrong browser tab. Hold on. Why did that break now? That's the expected amount of jank. Don't worry. This should work. Yeah, okay. I got it, I think. It just like focused on the wrong tab. Or on the wrong window. Yeah, there we go. I got Unsplash. One thing I didn't have time to do is put all my my saved, my bookmarks. I have like a huge collection of bookmarks on my computer, but I didn't have time to transfer them here, so I'll just have to search for pages. It's going to be slightly slower, but I did pull up Unsplash before we started to save some time. Nope. And there's the mosquitoes. I just got one. The brood of the Alfredo. This little bastard was trying to get my blood. So I got him instead. I haven't lost my... In the 10 months. Jesus, thank you so much. Vamos a la mierda. I killed him. I mean, he was trying to get my blood. Did I just snap? I have my technique to catch bugs is to just go like this and then do this really quick. It's usually pretty good because they can't evade it as well as like clapping. Clapping is also fairly decent if you're good at it, but I just okay. So a word in Spanish. Sí, soy de España. Estoy en Asturias ahora. Teach me a word in Spanish. Clapping is aplaudir. He's trying to indoctrinate you into the cult. But yeah, thank you, Jesus. I think that should count. I don't know how much that counts to the sub goal. Wait, is the sub goal not updating? Is it broken? I mean, honestly, that goes with the jank, but it appears maybe it only counts new subs because it's put us new sub points. I don't know how it works. People discovering you actually speak Spanish never fails to be hilarious. Sounds like French? Non, français, c'est comme ça. Oh my god, Jesus. Did you want to test it out? Thank you so much. Yep, I can confirm that the subscription goal is not working, but that's okay. I'll just start it again and subtract the subscribe to current amounts. So that is 10 that Jesus just gave, plus I think 3 for tier 3 sub that Jesus just got, and 1 for Sophia. So that's 14. Okay, and that should leave 11. Let's see if that works now. If it still doesn't work, we'll just count them manually. It's okay. Thank you, Jesus. You wanted to test it out. What did I think I was? You thought I was from Norway? You know, it's a common mistake. A lot of people think I'm from Scandinavia. I think it's just because I look like generically Scandinavian. My girlfriend is very interested in your French. Speak more. Okay, what do you want me to say in French though? Salut copine de Sophia. Just said hi to her. hope that's good. Bean Fan Club merch, yes. Okay, let's see. It would be funny to do like this type of sign. It would be really easy to just like continue the zeros, keep them going outside. That worked. But it would also be fun to do like a written sign, something like this. The problem with this one is that we don't have a lot of space to the side. This one it's a vertical photo, so. Hey, Jesus, you got the milestone as well, the watch streak as well. What's this? Well, you saw what that is. I don't know why some people have it, some people don't. I think it's like a new experimental type of feature, so they're just kind of rolling it out, I think. Where's yours, Siphon? I don't know. Don't ask me. They generally tend to give me Twitch beta features before most channels. I don't know why. They've done that for a long time. I think at some point, someone at Twitch or an algorithm at Twitch set my channel as kind of a safe channel, I guess. Like, oh, this guy only streams art, right? Like, he's a non-controversial character, so we're just gonna give him access to to features. Put me in a testing group. I am a very special boy. I've attended every stream. Every stream? You probably missed some streams. Designated normal guy, exactly. Assigned normal at birth. Standard. Exactly one stream. Damn. Okay, one that would be funny as well would be taking like this speed limit and then putting error something, so it kind of overflows. The error message kind of overflows to the sides. Know exactly which stream it is. You've been counting. You've missed one because you were driving. Damn, just one cryptid. I've seen it in like one other stream. I wonder if it's gonna stick around. I don't know. Twitch does a lot of testing things, and not all of them make it to like everybody. So Twitch tests a lot of things, which is something in Twitch's favor. For all the problems it has, it does test out new things pretty frequently. Speed limit is bean. The frog folklore thing. During the not curse files, was the curse footage challenge. It's Jesus' turn on the Twitch streak because it got us to the slipper. Hey Anna, you're not late. You made it. Okay, this one's pretty good too. I think simple is good in this case. So anything that just has the sign and a fairly simple background will do well. You could have it overflowing the sign with like, yeah, 2.56 E12. Yeah. That's good. That's good. Like a stupid number. Or a rational number. It's really fun too, but okay, we're just getting to motivational signs, I guess. Oh god, Unsplash really loves this type of signs, right? Okay. I'm just gonna ignore these. Gonna go up. This one could be good as well. We would have to zoom it in a little bit, I think. But I think I would just like remove the truck part, and then instead of the number, have like, yeah, have the like overflowing integer type thing. This one might also be good. Am I downloading these? No, I haven't hit download on any of them. I should. Okay. Download, download, download. This one's kind of busted, but that doesn't necessarily have to matter. It's kind of out of frame though. This one, if we want to go American, these are the American speed limit signs, right? I think I've played enough GeoGuessr to recognize those. American signs are very silly, by the way. They're so wordy. Like, they explain what you need to do in like plain language instead of just having symbols for things. I guess there's lower like barrier of entry, like you need to learn less of these symbols and what they mean to be able to drive. But it's really annoying. I would assume, I imagine, I haven't like driven around the US, of course, but I would imagine if you were like at high speed and saw one of these signs that tell you like, I don't know, don't overtake in the next lane or something like that, it's too long to read in that time. You're looking to get signs, only know people. Yeah, that's probably gonna be. Oh my god. Most patriotic 2011. Whoa. That's so cool. But for this specific edit, only the sign, I think. I just want to do like little snippets of this, like glitches in the world. Americans are forgetful. I don't think it's something with the people though. It's you know, it's like customs at the end of the day. That's a classic. What a classic French sign. And this one, okay, this translated says, "Slow down, think about the children. Think about our children." Which is wild. Like that, this sign in the middle of a village in French is like, won't anybody think about the children? It's really good. Thinking about the children. Speeds up. Oh my god. I don't know why. It's so funny to me, but I have seen these signs in France. It's not the only one. The worst sign experience I had was directly through Atlanta. Those highway signs have like half Bible's worth of text. You gotta read it 75. Oh my god. Your friend wants you to read that in French. Ralentir, pensez à nos enfants. Et la buvette, I don't know what this means actually. De Fourdrin. Commune, maybe? I think that's just probably commune. Where is this supposed to be located? 20 is plenty. I think that's probably, yeah, that's someone's home sign that they put in their garden, I guess. Which is probably illegal to put like fake speed limit signs or things that are mimic like real important signs, right? I mean, I guess it depends on the country, but it's probably illegal. Hold on. Well, I just put a lot of images in here. I think Photoshop might be struggling. First sign of jank. Here there's a sign that says hell is real. We've driven past it so many times. Read the photo title. Hold on. That's been to lower speed limits in Seattle. Still don't know what that might mean, but now we know it's Seattle, I guess. Grab the 30 painted here. Oh my god, is that a hand painted 30? It's so wonky. Yeah, like someone just wrote that. That's great. It's cute. It's cute. I do agree that it's cute. Okay, what is this? Oh, okay, because the settings in this instance of Photoshop, which I guess hasn't inherited every setting I have in my main computer. There's a setting that tells you, like, do you want to edit each picture before you put it in the canvas? And I guess this had it set up as yes, but that's okay. It's not a huge deal unless you put a bunch of pictures at once. Let's see. Skip transform when placing. That's the one. I might have to mess around in the settings a few more times because this one has bullet holes. Those do seem like bullet holes, yeah. Damn. Okay, so for those I missed the explanation before, we are working on this prompt glitch, and what we want to do is kind of add glitches in the real world. So that's essentially what we're working with. And the first one I wanted to make, which was kind of the inspiration behind this whole idea, was a street sign where as shown in this shady sketch here, the numbers are kind of overflowing. So it's kind of displaying an error, and the letters overflow on the like outside of the sign. So this one I really like because it's a beautiful scenery. Toad migration board. Gotta see that one. I had seen these kind of danger animals signs, but I had never seen a froggy one. That is so cute. Hey, Ricochet. Only the highest quality jank for stream. Exactly. You guys are getting only the best jank. Oh yeah, also my interface is not the same because the tools here, I don't have it set up how I like it, but it's fine. That's just personal preference. It's not going to make me any slower. I did bring in all my actions and stuff, so I think I need to do Windows Actions. Well, I think at least. Yeah. The Valdevia actions. Those are mine. That's all the shortcuts and stuff I use. Really useful. Dog crossing signs. That's really cute. Here in Asturias we have cows. That's the only one. Okay, so I think I'm gonna start with this one because I kinda like it. The speed limit is frog. Deer and moose. Oh yeah, I saw the moose ones in Sweden. Those were cool. Oh yeah, I guess the tooltips are still active. But for some reason they go to the screen on the left instead of... Hold on. Instead of showing up on top of the Photoshop screen. But I won't complain about that level of jank. That's acceptable levels. Like, I was expecting full, like, stream breakdown levels of jank, so... Your streams are so nice to watch after a long day of school and personal life. Practicing in TSP is really soothing. Oh, thank you so much, Don. I try to keep them chill. So I'm glad they are chill. Oh, lit. Why did it do that? I guess it auto-selected parts to add in. I didn't want it to add this. Or any of the mountains. And I do want it to have as much sky as possible. Lit. Oh, I guess it's because the selection is slightly touching the edge of this sign. So I guess Photoshop decided it must continue the sign up there. Let's see if we can do this part. It's alright, it's a start. Yeah, I guess there was something, some kind of like slightly brighter cloud right behind here. And it didn't really know how to resolve the transition between that cloud and the rest of the sky. So it just kind of faded in a weird way. Not a terrible problem. This one has an empty sign. Thank you. I think we can just get around with the textures we have on the picture itself. So I think we'll be good. But thank you nonetheless. Oh yeah, apparently these have the name in Spanish. Huh. Don't need the names though. Just a little previews. There we go. Not my usual order, but not bad. You have moose in your yard every winter? They're too big to be legal. They're so scary, aren't they? They're so cool. I love meese. Have a wheel? Show us. I want to see the wheel. Gonna do this, and now let's try and I guess clone stamp this whole thing out, because it wasn't really working out. There we go. Reading wheel. Classic stories for me to read. Is it... Hold on, the wheel thing doesn't have text-to-speech, right? Is it gonna read the whole B-movie script if I land on it? Shrek. Well, Shrek is a book, technically. Oh, is You're kidding. No way. Is this the whole... Oh my god. Yeah, that's the whole text of the Shrek movie, isn't it? Oh my god. Okay, let me see if you could fit the entirety, because 1994 is not, it's not a short book. It's not like a movie script. Let's see. B-movie, I've seen people post that in like short videos and stuff, so that one does fit. Okay, now let's see. Pretty wild of them to not have text limits on these. Or did you break it somehow? Oh yeah, that does seem like the entirety. Yep, that is a lot of text. Mucho texto. Pretty wild that it just like lets you do that. It is the entire book. Oh my god. Oh, the transform doesn't have a... Okay, that one's annoying, but... Yeah, it does seem to work. It just doesn't show like the center point. The jank. The jank. I told you guys, there would be jank. I think I'll zoom it in even further, because at the end of the day, the background is nice, but it's set decor. We've lost a little bit of quality. We're starting to see the grain. But we usually add our own grain anyway, so it's probably fine. Thankfully though, this does seem to handle Photoshop quite well, so I'm glad. It's pretty big grain. Now the biggest issue here, potential issue, is will these numbers, if I get, let me just like take this 5 for example and make it overflow. Put that in. Okay, let's do multiply. Literally 1984. Literally. Okay, so this would be the general concept here with, can you, there we go. With the numbers overflowing like that, I think since we happen to have like a pretty bright background behind it, that actually helps with readability, which was my main concern. like the numbers outside kind of blending into the background too much. This would have been a concern here, for example, since we just have like dark trees on the side. Here, I think it would have been mostly okay. Here it would have obviously been all right. And in this too, it would have probably been fine as well. Okay, so what do we write on the sign? Now that we've settled this kind of works. Your undercut is growing. You should go get a haircut. Try to find a place. I just got a haircut, by the way. It's nice. It was way too long, but I was kind of waiting to come here to just go to my usual, to my usual place that I've gone to since, I don't know, I was a wee lad. Okay, first things first. I got these 5s, but first thing I want to do is select the 2 numbers here. Just do a rough selection around them. Try to leave the opposite way. There we go. Okay, we'll do basically the same setup as before. Where we start with the content aware fill tool. Heading back Saturday. Oh, you'll be fine. I don't know what setting. Yeah, I don't know what setting I have in my usual computer compared to this one. Because in my usual computer it doesn't select things automatically. It lets you do that. So it's probably some box I unticked long ago and then forgot I could change. You know how it is. You get used to one workflow. So obviously I want to remove the letters from here because I just wanted to just add the white background. Because it was saying speed limit. It's trying to say lit again. It is trying to communicate. See, this is what we've been warning about, AI. Is that whole spiel about emergent capabilities. That's what they were talking about. It's trying to say lit to us. Okay, now we have this. I like the idea. Who mentioned it before? Of having it say like 1 point something e something like to the power of like, yeah, it was Sophia that said it. Yeah. So I think we can use the numbers we already have, like the 4 and the 5. Oop. Nope, wrong there. Why is it? Oh, it's an auto select. Here it is. So I think we can reuse some of this and do some kind of integer overflow type thing. So we can do numbers that we can reconstruct with this 45. Hey, Will. Doing good. Back in the old studio. I think studio might be too generous of a word. Okay, so what numbers can we build with this? We can also always get like a font and that looks similar and make it look like the other numbers, but it should be easier. Reminds me of a post, gradually noticing horribly disfigured AI fingers on all my family members in old childhood photos. That's really scary, I love it. Okay, is there a specific number that it'll go to when, you know, in video games when you do like integer overflow and you go below 0 and it goes like all the way to like the maximum possible number? What would be that number? Do you guys know that? Any nerds in the chat that can tell me? 64-bit integer limit. Yeah, that's tough. That's the one. Let's see. Okay, so it is. Yeah. A very, very long number. What's the way of writing it in like a simplified form? Can't wait until AI gains consciousness and then people tell it to make art and it's like, no. It's actually, I don't know if you guys saw, there was an open letter released today by like many of the foremost experts in the AI and like machine learning fields that told people at OpenAI and at Google, which are the two main competitors at this point, to put a moratorium of 6 months on new AI training so they can like try to at least figure out what these AIs are doing before we build one that's more capable than we expect. 2E31 minus 1, is that the number? Thank you, agent. Yeah, that's exactly what I was looking for. Is it specifically minus 1? Let's see. Okay, that 2E31 minus 1 is the same number as Siphon Send. Okay. Yeah, I think 2E31 minus 1 is a good one to do here. Okay, but we're gonna have to do font for that because we can't do most of those numbers with 45. So let's see. We're gonna load up the font. Ooh. Text tool. Don't be slow, please. Okay. Now let's see if we can find the correct font. Speed limit sign font. Highway Gothic, is that the name? Highway Gothic seems to be the one. Okay, there seems to be a downloadable one on Dafont, which is one of those. Yeah, okay, it's Highway Gothic. I got it. Downloading it. I'm a nerd, but sadly not a math session number nerd. That is fair enough. Same. Okay, so this seems to be, yeah, there's several variations. Okay, so this seems to be the condensed. This seems to be the expanded one. I'm looking for the... This one seems to be too thick. Looking at the 45. I think this is the one. Highway Gothic Wide. Gonna install that. Oh yeah, and if you're wondering what this text is, here's your free Spanish word of the day. This is el veloz murciélago hindú comía feliz cardillo y kiwi. La cigüeña tocaba el saxofón detrás del palenque de paja. These are two phrases you can do to... it's like the lazy dog jump over the... Like, it's one of those phrases that has every single letter in it. So, whoa. There it is. In case you were curious. Highway Gothic Wide, my favorite 40k character. Pangram. Is that the term? Yeah, that's perfect. That is exactly the font. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so now with that, we write 2E31. And now we take that. Hold on, I'm gonna put a 45 in the front, just so I can match with. Hopefully that's matched with this. It's going to need a little bit of skewing. That seems to match, like, pretty much perfect. Also, sorry, I was above my own camera. Like, hiding it with my own camera. Measured with a full number where it goes off screen. That'd be fun too, but I like the idea of it being just a code at this point, like too long to show in like regular numbers. Oh, the jank. Okay, one thing I'm going to do is right above this, I got my classic grain layer. That didn't do much, didn't it? Well, I tried. Is this overflowing into the negatives? I guess? I'm not really sure how it works. Oh, that's why it's a text layer. So I'm just going to turn this text layer into a regular smart object, which will allow me to skew it with more freedom, more degrees of freedom. You could also have like some kind of error code, like integer limits. I haven't gone around to nails. Hopefully I will though. Overflow error, yeah. The universe runs on Python. we're all screwed. This needs to match this line here. Hold on, it might be better if I draw it actually. Universe integer to hyper universe dot pi to convert to long. You could look at overflow error messages for inspiration. I think I'll just leave it at overflow error though. Whoa, big link. Link broke. I mean, it isn't the theme of this stream. Val bought 28 copies of The Sims 4 at Walmart for $49.36 USD each. Wrong problem already, because I can't go to Walmart. How many dollars worth of The Sims 4? I don't have like a lot of natural space to put the error message in. No, don't have the window character. There it is. Has to be similar spacing to this. I'm banned from Walmart. Who told you that? Hey, Hammy!
Never surrender.
Oh my god, Hammy, do you remember this background? You've been subscribed for 10 months. That means you were here before I moved down, right? Thank you so much, Hammy. Over ever. Root NAN, exactly. NAN was one I also considered putting in here, but I'm also working on a drawing program. That error sound scared me. That's exactly what I have it there for, to scare people, because I have learned how to remove it for myself. I know it startles some people, and it used to startle me a lot too. So I put it as my notification. I'm evil like that. Time to pick a gun for things. So yeah, what we're doing here is a little collection of like glitches in the real world. So, you know, like the simulation is breaking, it's glitching out a little. Okay, I'm gonna blur this a little bit. I want it to feel a bit more natural. And I also wanted to get some of the some of the noise on it. But I think we'll have to do this later and just like kind of add the noise at the last step, because that'll probably look a bit better. There is also, as you might see here, there is some chromatic aberration. You can see it really well in the sign. There's blue on the one side, there's red on the other. Tiny bit of purple on the top as well. So what we can do here is we're gonna combine these two. Floating text reading syntax error, and the sign didn't even load. I like that, but I just want to do the one sign though. Seasonal allergies making him at your ass. Need to take some meds and sleep it off a little. Yeah, can be annoying. Hope it goes by quick though. Okay, so this is green, and this is gonna be blue. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I am separating this layer into each of its channels so that I can move them individually. And the idea, of course, is to just move this a little bit to the left. So that it matches. It gives us a nice little effect all over it. Gonna go get some grub. Enjoy, Don. Have a good meal or a snack. I'm getting reminded with all this error talk about it's one of these like mascot horror games that came out not long ago called Ban or Garden of Ban or something like that. People went into the files and found that the 3D models in that game were like incredibly unoptimized. They were really simple models, but they had like millions of polygons, and this is what happens if you import one of those models into the real world. Tell me you guys saw those photos, because it was really, really funny. Oh, weird. So I can't clip layers on top of this, because then the effect breaks. Good to know, I guess. Not even reality can keep up with no retopology. Yeah, if someone has a link to that, I think it was someone putting it in a Twitter thread. If someone has a link to that, please send it. Because I don't know if I'll be able to find it again. Oh, there's a Reddit thread about it. Yeah. Look at this. Look at this monstrosity. This is the polygons in like Ink Demon, like from what was the name of that game? I forget. Well, from another game. And this is the ban from the nominal game here. Thank you for the save reminder. I returned with food. This is this Sora is a crime against 3D modeling. This is a 3D model on the left that went into the production of a game. Like that is in the final game. And thank you for the save reminder. Oh. I gotta call this sign glitch. Glitch sign. You thought it was shaded? Nope. Yes, Victor, those were polygons. What is my opinion on Opila Bird? What is Opila Bird? Somebody? Is the game not good? It seems like a bit of a cash grab, a mascot horror type game. That said, I've never played it or seen people play it. I've just seen like screenshots of it and that chat about the polygon counts, but so I'm not super well informed. But yeah, I haven't heard great things about that game, if you were wondering. It's something I call the game theory effects or game theory baits, where it's games that are trying to replicate the same sort of like strategy of Five Nights at Freddy's, where they did a game that seemed, it had like cutesy things but was horror themed, and that had a lot of lore in the background, and they try to bait like YouTube channels into talking about that lore, and that is free publicity. For all I know, the devs might be super passionate about it and they might really like it, but it's kind of the vibe I get, so that's all I can say. Five Nights at Eduardo's. That's just watching my stream. Getting jump scared by the subscription notifications. Hello Neighbor. Yeah, that one's seen. I've never played or seen Hello Neighbor. I kind of fell off the creepypasta train right as Five Nights at Freddy's became popular, so I never really got into that. MadPat doomed the horror game scene. Five Nights at Casa Pepe's. The more eyes on something, the more copies there will be of it. I mean, of course. Play Faith. We've played Faith on stream. Just the first one though, so we should go back and play the full like trilogy at some point. Arnely, thank you so much for the follow. Okay, let's see if I can mix these two. Googly eyes! Oh, that's... Hold on. That'll be dependent on whether I brought the googly eye PNG or not. I think I do have a copy of it in my Twitch folder. Let's see. Googly eye PNG. It is here. It made it. Whoa, it's huge. Why are you so big? Okay.
Ojitos, 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 ojitos.
Ojitos, indeed. Redeem saved earlier, and I did save. Worry not. More googlies. Okay. The sign already got googlies. Now the mountains are getting googlied. Beautiful. Let's put it as GE's, googly eyes. To save on keystrokes. Yeah, we'll see what this looks like once I put that final grain, those final touches in. And I should be saving up. What are you saving for, Hemi? Okay. Hide the googlies, put it all into a single layer. 5-minute edits, nice. Ooh. Who's this guy? Hold on. Oh. I can't show you the guy, because it's not letting me... There we go. Camera roll, don't be janky, please. Mom is finishing cookies. Oh, nice. Can I have one? Have a creature idea I'd love to see you do. Hammy, remember it's 5 minutes. If you want a good result, you're gonna have to ask for a commission. If you want a bad result. Thank you so much, Watcher. I appreciate it. Whoa, double. Yes. Sometimes it happens. I don't know why. But Hammy, if you get the 5 minutes edits, you'll get 5-minute results. So just expect that. Little Crypto's being janky boys. And you shall get that. Okay, I think this level of grain is good. Because it counteracts and it hides the original grain a little bit. Although, I'm gonna do something here. The one you have in mind is a janky boy. Nice. What is it? Tell me more. Tell me what you got in mind. Okay, I'm gonna do the classic Gaussian blur plus smart sharpen. Tsukinoko, is that the fat snake, right? The big snake. The thick snake would be more appropriate. Oh, googlies! Okay, hold on, let me do the oh no, my mouse is stuck. It doesn't want to unclick. Okay, hold on, I gotta move somewhere else where I don't break things. Okay. Oh, okay, I can't touch the screen because it's not very good. Okay, let me finish this up real quick. And then googlies. Okay, who else gets googlied? Legend about a snake that's really fat and alcoholic. I hadn't heard about the alcoholic part. That's really funny. The snake comes pre-marinated for all your cooking needs. I love it. It's one I've thought about doing a few times. So if you wanna do it well and like we set it up together, DM me on Discord, because I'll be opening commissions in a while. I still don't know exactly when, but I'll be opening some personal commissions, and that'll be a good time for that. But if we chat about it first, I'll make you jump the queue, so you can get a slot before they open. If we're taking commission, I have a whole different critter in mind. That sounds good too. Just let me know. Okay, now let's put the sharpen on top. Let's see what this looks like before the final edit. This still looks too clean. It's like it gets applied in some places, but not in others. Kind of weird. Yeah, I think it might be... I'm thinking that too, Hammy. It might be something with the edges being a bit too sharp. So I already had it as these RGB layers, so I might just add some grain to each of them, since they're already kind of separated per channel. And just get these and blur them as well, so we don't get any extra weird edges. And oh, here's something I could do. Mectal, what's plus 0? I love that you entered in with a glitch, because it's on topic for the stream. Texas choose crispy. I do agree, Hammy. You're eating cookies. Oh my god, you better send some to my P.O. box, and they better get there. Still warm. What is it, Siphon? Here's something I could do. Just take this grainy mass here. Do this. Things in the Discord channel. What's up? I told you I can't see Discord right now because I'm on another computer, but I can check it after the stream. Just tag me in whatever it is, and I'll see it after. Oh, this breaks the number layers. Okay. Let's see. Gonna do this. Combine it all. Prefer butter cookies with sprinkles. With second favorite is chocolate chip. You guys are making me so hungry. Stop. Stop. You finish out fan art for the stream. Ooh. Give us a link. Give us a link, Pyro. I can't. I don't have Discord on here right now because I didn't log it into this computer. So if you can send a link to the image, I would appreciate that. Oh, my brother's already awake. Poor guy has got to go. Has a plane to catch later. Actually, yeah, a bit before 5, which is an hour from now, I have to finish the stream because I gotta take my brother to the airport. Did I eat today? I did. Don't worry. I did eat. Okay, let's see, Pyro. Oh my god, the faith style. That's perfect. Make sure to send it to the Discord, to the new channel on the Discord too, so that I can have it on the fridge, on the fridge folder when I get back. Let me mail you cookies. Yes, here we go. Here. This, ooh, okay. This has to go above. Okay, so I can put this in screen. I was also thinking hard light, perhaps. Does that do anything? Big Torton. Thank you so much for the follow. Okay, this kind of... Alright, I like that. So if we subtly add some whites to the numbers, they will get that texture applied to them wherever they're brighter. My gut is to be real subtle. And also remove the saturation from this layer. That should hopefully help. It does. I'm gonna sleep 50 years. You should, Sora. You deserve it. Every day this week has felt more like Monday than the last. I'm sorry, Maxwell. You got this. Not that far from the weekend. Yeah, for me it's been quite a nice week because, you know, like change locations. It's nice to be somewhere else for a little while, change the airs, and, you know, visit my homeland, which I love very much. See the dogs, see the family as well. I came across, this weekend we were at my grandpa's old house, and it's full of like little trinkets and stuff. He loved to just collect everything old that he found. So it's full of little trinkets and old things. And I came across a really old family album that has pictures of my grandma as a baby, like 1933. And yeah, that was really nice. And, you know, I sent them over to my grandma and she was delighted. Is there also a cigarette underneath? Of course, it is a family tradition. Ooh, what's up here? Oh. I didn't think about that, but of course the edge of the camera, this red layer here. Okay. Gonna have to fill that in manually so that it doesn't do that weird red edge. It's because the layer was cut off at the edge, so... So when I moved it, when I shifted it to the left, it kind of, you know, we could see the edge of it, essentially. But alright, let me hide the googlies, and hopefully now it'll look a little bit more natural. Let's see. The only old picture I have comes from a family member that disappeared in the early 1900s. Nobody saw him leave the ship. Ooh. Okay, I think we're getting there, seeing the difference between then and now. Now I feel like these letters, they don't feel as sharp, so it's good. This is a bit more orange than this red, but it's not big enough to be noticeable, I think. Okay. And now that all the main things are set up, now we get get a little bit of style. And I was thinking using this edit because I want this to keep, I want to keep this at around 4 images, because otherwise I'll just take forever for each part of the cursed files challenge I do. So I don't want to like overdo this one like I did the other one where I have some images left over. I'll probably want to keep it at 4. And so I'm thinking if I don't have like a special dedicated image for the skybox, for like the broken skybox, I have sky here, so I can do like a broken skybox in the background. Just add it to this edit. You have a chance to trace back at least a quarter of your family tree in Burgos. Nice. If it's, depending on how rare their surname is, if it's a really common surname, it might be harder. But if the surname is rare enough, you might be able to go to an archive on Burgos, or hire someone to go to an archive on Burgos and look through the records for people with that surname, like the public records, and see if there's something that matches your family, like that side of your family. Might be a long shot, but if that's something that, you know, you'd be interested in, like going back through that family history. I know I am. Like that's something that really interests me, and looking back through your lineage, whatever you can find, is always interesting to me. Not that uncommon, I'm afraid. Quijano. Quijano is probably uncommon enough that you could find something. Like it's not Suarez or Perez or something like that. Quijano is the surname of El Quijote. So you might be related to... No, it's a fictional character, but hey. Right, I think it's a surname. It's Alonso Quijano, I think, the Quijote. Related to a fictional character. I thought about doing that from time to time, but one side of my family is Scottish, Patrick. One side is Irish, McKenna. Those are the most common names in each, respectively. Oh no! That makes for an excellent base for a story. Being related to a fictional character. Okay, I was thinking in terms of color palettes here. I think I'm gonna go for something like what we did for the warnings series, where each image had its own color palettes, and when you put them all together, it was really colorful. Let me pull out the warning series. Over here. Hold on, I gotta look up my own website because I don't have it. There it is. Good thing is my website is really easy to find. Okay, so what I did here is, which was, well, and oh, did I really slow down my stream? Maybe. These images are really large, and I don't know why I insist on having like really high quality images on my website, but I want people to see them well, I guess. Ooh, it's even, okay, there it is. I don't know why it slowed down so much for a while. Anyway, it was not cached. So if you go through my website, do keep in mind that it might be janky, but it is in service of having really crispy images. It is following the theme of glitching. Also, I'm on Wi-Fi, so might be a bit more fluctuation in quality. That's fine. In any case, what I did here is one single color palette with the green, this kind of blue-green color, intensifying with each image. It just starts as a little part of the full image. Slowly, it starts overtaking it until like the full image is kind of green. But if we go to the warning series, which should be here, each image kind of has a color theme. This one's yellow, this one's green, this one's pink, purple, this one's red, and these ones are kind of leftovers, so I didn't really focus on the colors. But for the main four, they each have a single color. So if you put them all together, it looks really like colorful and nice. So I might do something like that because I really like that style, and I didn't get to do it for the censored one. So I am running on Wi-Fi. Yeah, it's a little bit dangerous, but I took the only long Ethernet cable I had. I took it with me to the Canary Islands, so I'm kind of running with what I can, and it does work with Wi-Fi. Like, it's good enough. If I were to stream here for a long time, I would get a big Ethernet cables, but I'm only going to be here occasionally. I've heard the word jank surprising amount of times today, because we are in Jankland. I'm running in an old computer, and the computer is made out of like parts from different computers, running on Wi-Fi, no lighting set up. My audio is a little like kind of set up on the spot instead of having my usual setup and all the sound dampeners I have at home. Cursed Files next prompt, the jank. I actually already have the next prompt for Cursed Files. Trying to take a picture of your cute sleeping pet. I caught him yawning. Should put it on the Discord. You should. I would love to see that. There is a water wheel in the PC. Also, yeah, we were talking about like family history, and I think I've mentioned this a few times on stream, but for those that don't know, well, I did have my whole like family history done or kind of traced back by a family member, and especially the Valdés side of valdés-hevia. Like valdés-hevia is like a composite surname that was made when like two people from like lower nobility, I'm talking in like the 1600s or something like that, two people from the like lower nobility families, from the family Valdés and from the family Hevia, got married, and they combined their surname instead of like having one of them take preference, which was a thing that was done occasionally. So that's why my surname has a dash in its two surnames in one. Thing is, you can trace back, since it was like little nobility for at least like the until like the 17th, 18th century, I think, something like that. You can trace back those parts of the family fairly well. And if you trace the Valdés part of the family back enough, you get to Fernando, I think is the name, Valdés de Salas, which was not a direct ancestor, just someone from that family tree, from that part of the family tree. He was the head of the Spanish Inquisition, and one of the bad ones, I might add. Like, he was an asshole. That guy's up there in my family tree. I'm not a direct descendant because he was obviously a priest. He might, for all I know, he might have had children, but they would not be legitimate, so they wouldn't fall in. I'm not, thankfully, not descended from that guy, but yeah, there's a statue of this huge asshole in my city, in Oviedo. you weren't expecting the Spanish Inquisition, you weren't. You have a surprise coming? You get one image. Show me. That's called a double-barreled surname in English. That's fun. I like it. Check your Discord. I only have it on my... Can you send the photo? I'll check it on my phone. But if you can send the photo file on the chat, because I don't have it logged into this computer, unfortunately. Okay. Hold on, because I think you'll need to see, but it's gonna be janky because it's a theme of today. But look at this. I think it's quite easy to see. Yeah. Ocean, I'm really excited. Oh my god. You madman. It's her. What is that? Asks Mechtel. Give it a good think. What character could that be? With big teeth and googly eyes inside. Oh, Stephanie, that's really good. Checking the ship's manifests. You have absolutely no idea how hard it was to get the googly eyes on there. You suffered for your art. Yes. Thank you so much. It is very exciting. Pretty much in the middle of the Spanish Civil War. Oh yeah, I guess, yeah, if they were bringing out refugees, like smuggling out refugees, it might not be in the ship's manifests. But it's probably good to check anyway. You'll figure out as you go. Hell yeah. Okay, what color should this one have? I'm thinking blue, because we already have the blue sky and the yellow on the mountains, so blue-yellow is already kind of a theme that works well. Okay, let's let that apply. Oh, you can see the jank when Photoshop is loading. It breaks OBS a little bit. It might be worth a shot, yeah. And once you got a thread to pull, like, okay, I got like a specific branch of a family, then you can, like, through the internet, you can probably like trace a lot of the people, like descendants back. Which, you know, I think would be really exciting. Like, it would be exciting to say like, hey, I'm actually from like a part of your family that disappeared in a way, right? Clatterith, why does Terry call you baby girl? Google, how about we stop talking? Any info like trade, rough age, region of origin will help. So many specialized records you can consult. I'm wondering if this might be too reminiscent of the warnings series, but hey. Fuck it, we ball. I'm brightening up the sign a little. Maybe went too hard on the dark parts, but that's okay. I can undo that a little. Indeed we ball. And in a small tin box with letters in Italian from his own grandmother. Things from both your grandparents' families mixed. Oh, that's a good one. Maybe able to give you a date based on details in the image. Yeah. Okay, Ocean. Have a great night. Can't wait to see how that progresses. So you have a date in radically narrows the records to consult. Yeah. If you can find like the name of the ship by any chance, I think that would be probably the best bit of information you could get. You know, the date the ship left, which would let you trace back the name of the ship, etc. I don't know. It's probably gonna have to require someone to actually go there once you have like a place and like physically go to the archive, because a lot of records are not digitized as much as I would like them to be. I can probably find someone from, depends on the area, but I know people across Spain, so maybe I would be able to help. But it's the newest addition to the Wall of Fame. Oh, it's a video. Is it the full Puss in Boots movie that someone posted? Many European archives will do research for you. That's true, you might be lucky with that. It is the entire movie. Wild. Okay, how about that then? Yeah, just gives me like error messages I've already seen 1,000 times. I could pull this back further to show the full error message, the overflow error. But is that needed? I think it's nice, kind of like being too big for the screen as well. What do you guys think? Should we try it out like this and have the full like overflow error? And like have everything be smaller because of it? Or are we good like this? see what information I can gather. I doubt it'll be much. Relatives from her grandma's side, and she passed away in 2020. Oh. Still, whatever you can find. At least it'll be like an interesting pursuit. Like it, even if you eventually reach nowhere. I know you like doing internet sleuthing and trying to find like the origins of images. So this would be a real life version of that. I think it would be interesting, even if it does end up like not bearing any fruit. People might not understand that it's an overflow error. They don't need to, though. Like, people who see this number and see like over error, like, will probably guess the rest if they already know what an overflow error is. If they don't, it won't really matter much showing them the full error. So it's more of a stylistic thing. A friend of mine is trying to rediscover her connection to pre-Christian Irish heritage. Has been very frustrated with how much get destroyed by colonization. Yeah. Yeah, and it really depends on the family. Like on the Valdevia side, I was lucky enough to like that my family had like some like small like local nobility ties, so that you can actually trace the whole family back. Like there's official papers I can trace the whole lineage of the family back to. I don't know how far they traced it back, but it was mostly my grandpa's idea, my grandpa from the valdés-hevia side, who actually hired an expert to trace back like as far as he could. And I don't know how far he got, but at least Middle Ages. So obviously that's like one side of the family out of all the branches. But it's the one that carries my first surname, so. Part of you wonders what you do with the information. It's at least interesting. It'll teach you about your own family and where you come from, so. Your aunt is still alive. Might not get along with her super well, but I think she did research about the family and found distant relatives in other parts of South America. A family living in the US. You should definitely chat with her. Like, hey, even if it's to get the info out of her. It's still worthwhile, right? Also, okay, I don't know, because I'll have to leave in about 20 minutes. So I'll leave this on screen and probably tweak it as we speak, but let's figure out what else to do for this like glitch mini series of sorts. I'm gonna go to here. I had the ideas for the censored series. Of course, I brought my notebook. I can't live without it. So below it, I'm gonna put the ones for glitch. Okay, let's see. So for glitch, we got the street sign, overflow. That's already going to be like 1 out of 4. We're going to try and aim for 4. Oh, thank you for the save reminder. I'm also going to save this as a JPEG. I realized I forgot to tweet about this stream. Oh, this sucks. Hold on. Photoshop a little while ago changed how the save as things works, and you can only save as PSDs. And if you want to save it as a JPEG, you have to go to a separate thing. It's absolutely silly. And export legacy export as, I think. Will this let me save it? Nope. Guess that's not the one. Do you have any ideas for Labyrinth yet? Not yet. That was not one of the ones that I had with an idea that I figured out with an idea in mind. So we'll see what we do for that when we get to it. Something clipping into the ground. Yeah, that's one of the ones I had that we had discussed at first, like someone's legs clipping from the ceiling or something like that. Clipping from the ceiling. Or a car clips into the road, I like that too. Hey Marshmallow. Okay, let's see. Now I have to figure out where the hell is the legacy save. Enable legacy save as. There we go. This is really important. If you have the new versions of Photoshop, enable this file handling, enable legacy save as. It's a very, very silly change they did. Okay. Be cautious with ancestry kits. Another was a concern, at least a few years ago, about insurance companies using them to deny coverage. Yeah, I wouldn't trust anyone with my DNA with current regulations, because they can basically use your DNA any way they want. You're like, the information in your DNA, I mean. I had an aunt who did one of those tests, and from my mother's side of the family, and the results were pretty like weird, because like there was some that you could explain, like there was a 4% or something like that Italian, and there's actually like one Italian like distant ancestor who came from Italy, so that does make sense. There was a chunk from Spain, then there was a chunk from like Brittany, the northwestern chunk, like the nose of France, essentially. That's kind of that Celtic ancestry. And there was a good chunk from Scandinavia, which doesn't make any sense, because we don't have any Scandinavian ancestors, and definitely not enough to be like a 30% or something silly like that. Turns out, what I think probably that test probably found is that that part of the family is from Normandy. Like that French part of the family is from Normandy, which is that little chunk, like if you follow the Seine River, like the one that goes to Paris, and you follow it to the sea, that chunk like between Paris and the sea, that's Normandy. And that was an area that long ago was settled by Vikings, which kind of blended with the Frankish culture and became what's called like Norman culture. And it was a kind of a bit of a mix between like the Scandinavian and the French, proto-French culture. that I guess does like to this day carry like some genetic relation to the north of Europe. So I got a lot of Scandinavian for I assume that reason. So people thinking I'm Swedish is actually like there is a small percentage of my ancestry that could, if you trace it back to the Middle Ages, you could probably find them in somewhere in Northern Europe. Validated. I have Filipino, and because of a flood I lost our ancestry. It's never going to be recovered. I'm so sorry to hear that, Marshmallow. What about a giant monolith of artifacts? Oh, I like this. This type of bug is always creepy because it just creates these huge monolith structures. It's cool. Okay, so let me note that down. I'm just gonna call it glitched monolith. With stretched out texture. Hopefully I'll remember what that means. What's up when I put a little to no effort on art, it gets more likes than something I put a lot of work into? Honestly, I wouldn't pay a lot of mind to that. Often what that means, to me at least, is like, oh, maybe I made a 10-minute meme. And memes tend to get a lot of traction online, even if it's a low effort thing, you know, because it's more about the message than the content and how finished that piece is. If it's something silly and funny, it can just be like a 5-minute sketch and it'll be just as funny. It might even be funnier if it's a 5-minute sketch. Especially with meme stuff, I tend to see that. But sometimes, you know, a sketch or something that you make really quickly will have a looser style that is also like appealing in its own way. So I wouldn't stress too much about it. A little Z fighting. Oh, and the texture is kind of clip. Yeah. I like that. Z fighting. I didn't know that had a name. One of your ancestors is a well-known fighter in the Mexican Revolution. Ooh. That's really cool. I love the Mexican Revolution, and I just love the fashion from it. I love seeing pictures from the Mexican Revolution and all the huge hats and the bullet belts everywhere. It's so cool. Like, I know it was a long bloody conflict, but the fashion. Want to see my sick photography? Yeah, for sure. Feel free to send. You can send, if you join the Discord, we have a channel for art. You can put it there and a lot more people will see it. And you also got one for feedback, yeah, if you wanna ask folks for their opinion. Here's him. Victoriano el 14 Ramirez. Yes, that's exactly what I mean about the fashion. Just look at this. Impeccable style. Peak revolutionary, exactly. That's so cool. Hey, Detective Somebody, can I call you Detective Sombrero? What does 14 mean? It's 14. 100%? Yes. Can we bring back that fashion? Right, Jesus? I agree. We should bring that back. A word in Spanish. Is that a retroactive one for 14? Perfect. He killed 14 people while up on a tree, all on his own. Yes! That's such a cool reason for that nickname. I love it. Holy shit, yeah. Absolute king. I love that. When Ramirez was sure of his victory, he took the field and picked up the 14 arms of his victims and sent them to the mayor of San Miguel with a message, advising him to not send such few people. Wow, that's so good. Like the guns, I assume, yeah. I assume as well. What a cool dude. One of your ancestors survived one of the greatest disasters in history, the Cretaceous Paleogene extinction event. You know what? Fair enough. I had, okay, another one of my ancestors from the Valdevia side. Not a direct ancestor again, just someone from that family tree. Commanded a ship in the the so-called Invincible Armada, the Armada Invencible, which was a huge fleet that the Spanish crown created to fight the British, and they sent them over towards England, and they had the worst luck in history because it was like a huge naval force. They had really terrible luck. They fell into a storm and it decimated their numbers. So when they got to England, they kind of just surrendered on the spot. Because they, some of them tried to fight, but the ship that my faraway ancestor commanded, he just surrendered without firing a single shot, was brought over to England as a prisoner, and lived out the rest of his life in the cushiest fucking prison cell. Like, the guy was basically in a mansion because he was a big name Spanish commander, right? So they kind of had it as like a VIP hostage for a good while. I don't know if he spent his whole life there, but he was he was a high grade coward, not like yours, somebody. Missing textures. Let me see. Oh yeah, like that grid pattern. I like that. This is what I want to learn about my ancestry. Yeah, that's the fun part of it. It's that you will, like, just by pure math, if you go far back enough in your family tree, you'll find like characters that maybe not like kings and stuff, but characters that were important in their time and did interesting things and that you didn't know about. So you'll actually learn about history in an interesting way, because it's like, oh, these people, like, I descend from this person. Okay, so I like the missing texture. I'm gonna do the broken skybox. Gonna call out my brother. Okay, we're living in 8 minutes. So I'll call out the stream before in 6 minutes or so. One of your relatives married Wild Bill Hickok. Who's that? Closest I got to legal activities in my family was on your dad's side who was a bootlegger from homemade wine during Prohibition, and someone on your mom's side who had 2 different identities. Ooh, that's really cool. Your grandmother's grandfather, who was known as a medium, and the guy who could always find the things you lost or tell you where different. Oh, I also had like a magic aunt. She had like a few tricks that she did that, like, to this day my grandfather like stands by. Like, my grandfather, who's a really like Christian religious guy, stands by like her like having some kind of magic power. She was able, like, she was said to be able to move furniture and make it like shake around only with her mind without touching it. Obviously, like, there were parlor tricks that did that. It was a pretty common parlor trick. But she also had, apparently she had prophetic dreams. And she knew, like, of people's passing before she got the news, you know, that sort of thing. Classic family story that you'll tell. Oh, there's like your great aunt was magic. Your grandma who raised you as a kid used to run weed from Colorado to the Midwest for fun. Yes, I love that. She was probably the least illegal of the family. Oh my god. You were almost able to capture the Orion Nebula. Ooh, it got cold, it was getting too late. Didn't get much. I'm glad you're keeping up with astrophotography, that's really cool. Most of the legal activities aren't super funny or cool, but no one expects a granny to be a drug mule. I love that. A famous American gunslinger. Nice. I love that, Dr. John. If your grand aunts owned a straight up haunted house, chairs would move, shadow people would sometimes appear. My dad stayed a night there once, and one of the ghosts pulled his sheet. I love that. I'd love to stay over. Is that haunted house still up? Is it still in your family's possession? I don't know if I have like any known criminals in my family. I'm trying to think back. Well, my grandpa, from my French side of the family, that's my mom's side, used to be a little scamp, and he lived in Normandy during World War II. He was a kid at that moment, so he'd never fought in the war, but he would like smuggle things to the Americans. When the American army started arriving, they would just, like, the kids from the camp, from that would live next to the camp, would trade with the Americans. So maybe like the Americans would give them like military boots and stuff like that, and the kids would give them like sweets and oh, they got he told me one of the American soldiers once gave him chewing gum, and it was his first time seeing chewing gum, and that was like a huge like experience for him, which is funny to think about, man. But yeah, he used to smuggle stuff for the Americans. Old man in a wheelchair had a bullet belt like some kind of a kiddo. Hold on, I missed the first part. The best part was after my grandpa passed, my parents had to call the LVPD to come get all the bullets he still has stashed away. I love that. All right, y'all. I love the family conversation, but I'm gonna have to call it because I gotta bring my brother to the airport. I would stay up later, but yeah, he's got a plane to catch. So yeah, I'm gonna try and stream tomorrow again if everything's possible. If this computer setup here doesn't really break too much, I'll try and stream tomorrow. We'll see the hour because I'm gonna be out for dinner, so we'll see. A little bit improvised. If you want to know, thank you, Sora, for putting the Discord link in the chat. Go follow that Discord link and you go to the channel called Val's Operation Room. That's where I put all the updates and we can chat and put memes and things that happen in the stream. You can put clips in there if you want. You can spam it. It's fine. Y'all, thank you so much for being there. And I'll be seeing you hopefully tomorrow. Otherwise, we shall see. Y'all have a fantastic time zone.